What's going on, family? It's your man Miami Patron back for another video, because anytime you talk to DeAndre, you are gonna leave with some value. So what I'm gonna be talking about in this video is what Bob Proctor told me. He told me one thing, actually three things. He told me three things that I need to do, that I need to focus on in order to get to the same level of impact that he is at. I actually asked him live this past weekend. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram, because I was in LA and I was able to ask him a personal question, and that question was this: hey Bob, when you got started in this industry, you were 26 years old. Now you're 86. I didn't say that at the time. He was 86, but he's 86 years old. But I said this: you have reached a level of impact that I would like to reach one day. And I want to know this: what is the steps that I need to do to get where you're at? And what would you tell yourself, your 26-year-old self, in order to reach the level of impact that you are at today? And guys, I got a really great response for those of you that are following me on Instagram, saying that was a really good question and they wanted to know the answer. So I got a lot of people asking me, because I actually put a snippet of me. I actually inserted right here.
DeAndre, I just turned 24 right after the last paradigm, which is when I got started 2 weeks ago. I saw what you did in Alex Morton's life, just see what he's doing out there, just leading the charge. My question is this: what would you tell your 26-year-old self, because I'm 24 now, to be where you're at now? Because I'm going to be doing what you're doing one day. So what would you tell that yourself back then?
Do you work with elves?
No.
Do exactly what I tell you.
So you can see I was able to ask him this really good question. A lot of people wanted to know the answer. So let's hop into number one. First thing that Bob Proctor told me to do to reach his level of success is to study every day. That's how he says it. Study every day. Bob said that if I have dreams of becoming successful and being on stage, impacting people, using stuff like the camera here, speaking to millions of people, or being on a live stage, speaking to millions of people, I need to be at my tip-top shape. And he says the only way to really bring out the greatness in you is to study every single day. Now, if you're not inside of one of Bob Proctor's program, I highly recommend doing that. I'm actually one of his consultants, so I actually have a link in the description below where you can book a one-on-one call with me, where we can potentially see if you're a good fit to work with me and Bob Proctor. But anyways, so if you're gonna get into study material, I highly recommend joining a program, whatever mentor resonates with you. For me, Bob Proctor resonated with me, but there's Tony Robbins. There's so many other guys out there that are doing something similar. But Bob said this: you need to study every single day, at least 1 hour single day, 1 hour every day. 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night, and 20 minutes of writing, writing on a piece of paper and studying and journaling. And he says that you need to do this, that way you can really define and sharpen your skills. So that was the first step, is you got to study every day. That's how he says it. Number two, the second thing that he told me is, DeAndre, you need to be in front of a prospect at 9 a.m. every single day. Every single day. 9 a.m. And he said this: you got to be skin to skin with them. Now that's a challenge and a paradigm that I'm gonna have to fix, because I'm all about social media, YouTube, Instagram, doing everything completely online. But he said this: DeAndre, being face-to-face with somebody doesn't mean a Zoom call. It means being in contact with them, being in front of somebody at 9 a.m. in the morning. Because this is what happens when you are in a personal relationship with somebody first thing in the morning. Your vibration, because here we are, we're studying every day, we're putting ourselves in state. When you contact somebody and you make a personal connection with them, you are then transferring your vibration to them, and you're gonna lighten up their day. The second thing he said was, when you're meeting with somebody in person, you're able to, that person first thing in the morning is more open to what it is that you have to offer, because throughout the day, they're getting hit with different ads, different offers. Their willpower slowly declines. So at the end of the day, or mid the day, they've already been hit with a lot of offers. But if you hit them first thing in the morning, seeing if you can help them go from where they're at to where they want to go, and you show them that you can help them, they're more likely to do business with you. So when you're in front of a prospect every single day, you ask them, you ask them to buy your product, obviously if it's a fit, and the only way you do that is by asking questions and helping them get what they want. So that was the second thing. Now let's go ahead and hop into the third thing. Make sure, by the way, quick little tip, make sure you subscribe below if you're liking this content. I'm working with Bob Proctor, so I'm gonna be putting out a lot of content that I learned from him and stuff that I learned inside of his programs. All right, so let's hop into number 3. The third thing he said is, DeAndre, if you want to reach my level of success, if you want to reach my level of impact, you got to read every day. You got to read every day, right? You have to read every single day. Now, why is that? And I'm going to share with you why he said that you have to read. Now, he recommended 2 books. He said Think and Grow Rich. So Think and Grow Rich was actually the book that he read every single day, and still to this day at 86 years old, he reads Think and Grow Rich every single day. He actually brings it to his seminars, and you can see this, tattered up, falling apart book, which is Think and Grow Rich. It looks like a Bible. And he said he reads that every single day. He said either read that book or read his book, Born Rich, which is basically his version of Think and Grow Rich. And he says the reason that you want to read these books over and over and over again, basically you begin studying the book. You're not just reading a book, you are studying it. And when you study it and you start ingraining the ideas of that author into your subconscious mind, you begin acting on it. And those ideas begin turning into habit. Now let me give you a visual what this looks like. All right, so this here you guys can see, we're not gonna see my face here at this point. This is called the stick man. He actually talks about this. So it looks kind of weird, actually looks kind of funny, right? But we're gonna dive into this here really quickly, and why we gotta read the same book over and over, or repetition. Use it over and over and over again. We got the 5 senses up here, and up here you can see this is the head, this is a little stick figure, here's the body, here's your little legs, your little arms, okay? So as you notice here, the head is much bigger than the body, because the body is actually just an instrument of the mind. So what happens is up here we have our conscious mind and we have our subconscious mind. So our subconscious mind actually controls 96% of our habits on a daily basis. Okay, so when you begin reading the same book over and over and over again, those ideas, those external ideas begin planting right here into the subconscious mind. Because our income, our vision of ourselves, everything is held right here in our subconscious mind. So when you begin reading and forming these ideas right in our conscious mind, when you read a book, you're using your conscious mind, but when you read it over and over and over again, you begin taking it from the conscious mind and planting it into your subconscious mind. When an idea dominates your subconscious mind, it's called the law of vibration, and it must vibrate through your body, making you act in a certain way. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a good visual. So the reason that you want to read the same book, for example, I have his book right here, You Were Born Rich. If you guys actually want a copy of this, I do have a free ebook copy of this. Leave a comment below, say Born Rich, and I will send you a free copy, a PDF of this book. But he says, DeAndre, read either this book or Think and Grow Rich every single day if you want to reach my level of impact, because the ideas that he has formed inside of this will begin to permeate and fall into my subconscious mind. And then my subconscious mind, through my body, will make me act, and through the law of vibration, will attract things into my life, the things that I want, the ideas that I want, the goals that I have in my mind. Guys, so that was the answer to what Bob told me. If I want to reach his level of success, I got to do 3 things. Number 1, I got to study every single day. Do not miss a single day. Every single day you got to study. Number 2 is you got to be in front of a prospect by 9 a.m. skin to skin. This is something I'm going to work on. You gotta be in front of a prospect and offer your product. Number 3 is you gotta read the same book over and over again until it permeates into your subconscious mind and it takes over your habits, and then sooner rather than later you will see success. Alright guys, like I said, if you want a free copy of this, you will see it in the description below. Leave a Born Rich. Guys, like I said at the beginning of this video, I do have one spot available for a one-on-one strategy session where we can see if myself and Bob Proctor can help you clearly define your goals and help you get to the next level, whether it's your income, whether you feel stuck at your income, or whether you want to attract a relationship or attract a particular goal. There are laws of the universe that are out there. Laws of attraction, laws of universe, law of compensation. These are all different laws that are out there. When you understand them and you begin to use them in your life, it's almost like rubbing the secret genie, and anything that you ask for is yours to have. Guys, hope you got a lot of vibe from this video. I'll see you guys next time. Miami Patron out.